Greetings everyone, and Gray here for another Advanced Wars Daisy Ruin Tiny Wars replay. Spawn on the south side as the yellow Mira, we got LucasRyuka. Spawn on the north side as the blue Judy, we got GreyfieldGuy. Both of these custom COs, Judy is the salvage CO, standard board or reduced boarding cost of 30, 3 radius, 0, no expansion, no energy. Provides plus 20% offense, plus 10% defense. Receive funds equal to 30% damage to your unit's out into your CO zone. And for Mira, Mira is another custom CO. How to put it? She does the global damage CO, 0% boarding cost, a absurdly large radius of 6, no expansion, 45 energy for the superpower, no day-to-day. And for 45 energy, just do 1 damage global. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. Judy has clearly the superior CO zone, while we're going to have much more spammable CO power by Mira, particularly with 6 of radius. That is massive. I'm not sure how this will go. Oh, let's see. My chat box is broken at the moment. Let's see. Vide versus MWN. Sad Greyfield. CO's the bike, not a bad target. For her, any unit will do. You don't really have to worry about having a unit fight for 6 CO zone. So something mobile could be quite nice, but something that honestly tank is probably not great for her, since you just probably want something to spam the CO powers. It's going to be incredibly easy for her to get 45 energy per turn. Lucas, the Rising Star versus King Greyfield. Judy the Mighty. Artillery infantry. Tank bike. And looks like Judy loads herself up into an artillery piece. That's interesting. It is definitely cheaper than going for a tank. And maybe she can get some good salvage for her own gun? Hard to say exactly. Recon bike. Both players do start for temporary airport in case they will need to utilize it. It still leaves a hiding spot there. Flare forward as well. Tank, mech. So we've got both a flare and artillery. Does get trapped there. And moves too far forward and will be shelled by the artillery in the auxiliary. I mentioned we've also got a bit of a CO zone generation, so this bike can follow up there, but I'm pretty sure Judy should be able to one-shot this bike there. 12 energy. Get some salvage there. There's another bike there, and there goes Mira's command bike. And she can see herself into a battle copter or into another bike. Probably just for the battle copter, honestly. It's 0 boarding cost, so takes out the bike there. Takes out that bike as well. Takes out another bike there with the artillery piece. Very nice. Getting some salvage there. More artillery pushing forward with an anti-air as well. This map is a little bit narrow, so artillery could be quite nice. Battlecopter tank. Mira's command copter push way forward. Does get trapped there. Nothing stopping Judy from cleaning up all the southern properties at the moment. No T copper on the field just yet for either player. Mira's already up to 14 energy. Anti-air tank. The strike there. Tank anti-air. Another bike gets enraged the artillery piece. Does it that takes out the infantry unit that's on top of the HQ. I think as well, she can probably take out this bike of another unit. She has some CO zone energy over here. But she could try to move the tank artillery over here to get some more charge over there and let something else finish off that bike. So there's some things she could do to get some more monies. Decides to just shell that bike there herself. It's a tank there for more salvage, up to 23,000. She could pull out a bomber this turn if she so choose. Lots of picks there. Mira's pretty close to superpower. She can deploy superpower this turn. I mean, let's see, just needs 7 more energy. That's not too terribly hard. 5 there. Tank probably hit the flare. Just needs 2 energy. Does get the 2 energy, but she cannot apply a superpower this turn. And 8 years a little bit too far away to hit her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 tile away. You can guesstimate of where anti-air could be by just counting how many tiles away, 6 tiles away from the opponent's base. Why is there a battleship there? Goes for a battleship. Right before the superpower, so she's going to be eating some repair costs there. Bike as well. Can decent amount of salvage, that's for sure. Pop superpower, ends her turn on top of the temporary report. Very nice. Tank battlecopter fight. Does get some good hits there. Good shot onto that. Anti-air tank. Does take out those units there. Tank gets struck. Tank. Now almost nothing the left flank. A mech shooting against the infantry unit from a mounted side. Artillery piece moved back behind the mountains once again. Maybe you can move in range of the battleship to get its salvage. Got a full fighter deployed in the field. There's these number of battlecopters, sure, but maybe better, more economical to go for a duster. Does get trapped there, hits the anti-air. Artillery does get struck quite a bit. Could get a good shot there on that recon for sure. Does get the artillery there. None of the units are within the edge of CO zone, so she could get some extra salvage with proper placement. Fighter finds the CO unit. I didn't realize that fighter's in range. There is some power, energy, some salvage. Pulls up the flare. Doesn't need to be at full health to be useful. Just needs ammo. Good amount of shots there. Great salvage overall. Up to 21,000 monies in the bank. Goes for a cruiser. I don't think the cruiser's a good idea, honestly. Infantry bike. Bike, infantry, and T-copter. Good shot there. Battlecopter to strike the tank there. Tank is struck. Hits the tank there. Missile artillery. Rocket. Seals the anti-air, takes out that unit, but in range of the battleship. This battleship could park into the sea or into the reef in order to hide away. Battle comes straight forward. Fire still on the field. And the command artillery is taking a bit of damage. AT-air nearby as well, so that's going to be a good turn for Judy with a salvage up to 23,000. Make that now 26. There's another battlecopter there. Hits another battlecopter. Gets a lot of energy charge there. Battleship strikes the AT-air. Up to 29,000, so got a good amount of extra money that turn. Battlecopter tank. AT-air. Medium tank anti-air. Hits the command or anti-air. Pulls back the 2 health battlecopter. Joins there to get the eventually passed off. With a bit of a refund. Fighter will take out another battlecopter, so it has paid for itself. Max efficiency. No, 20,000, or it costs 18,000, so just killing 2 pays for itself, and now it's definitely more than paid for itself. Tank battlecopter. I thought the fighter was a bit of a bad call, but maybe I'm eating a little bit of crow there. Join captures. Good hit there, but it's at 11 capture progress, so take an extra turn still. T-copter infantry tank. Now that player's captured the corner cities, so could see it here. T-copter gets picked off there, shoots the infantry unit there. I always forget how far fighters move. I rarely ever see them, and usually they have trouble getting just take out one target and die. But in this case, this one has consumed half its fuel already. Does strike the bike there, tank bike. You also have an aircraft carrier. Aircraft carriers are pretty nice with a launch effect. You can put the fighter in there, get resupplied, and push forward. And of course, you can pull out some forward seaplanes. That was a forward seaplane thing. Cruiser provides some good spotting as well. Has 5 vision range like a recon and a missile. Right now, Judy has 191 on the field versus 85, making a commanding lead. recon rocket. Also properties, cruiser falls back, fighter going for a recon pass. And the aircraft carrier is staying inside the reef there. So it is hidden, but should have been spotted by the city. Got one seaplane loaded on up. Fighter infantry bike. Front lines have been drawn out. Right now, Judy is at 24,000 income. Mira has 20. And looks like the fighter does end its turn on top of the temporary airport. Rig mech. Mira did go for her own fighter, but she had to deal with seaplanes now as well. Helicopter does manage to connect with the cities up north. Flare rocket. Making some progress over here as well. Battleship struck. Battleship's actually getting low on ammo. Has one shot remaining. Oh, gets trapped there. Looks like it'll be shot down by an 8-year. Seaplane charge forward, hits the medium tank for boosted aura strike and salvage. Does go ahead and put the fighter inside of the aircraft carrier and puts loads another seaplane. Getting a lot of salvage. Hits the rocket as well. Double tank. Does get trapped there. It's the battlecopter. You have the fighter does strike the seaplane. It's the artillery piece once again. They saw that infantry there. Flare shoots at the tank. Joins the medium tanks, 8-year rocket and battlecopter. And now the battleship's out of ammo. Fighter takes out the fighter and thinks maximum veterancy with the aura improvements. It did have up to a total plus 40% firepower. Well, I also got a good amount of salvage, up to 41,000 in the bank. Choose a temporary, or T-copter, not temporary copter. Tank battlecopter. That's an 8 years in range, able to take out for at least put around the fighter or into the seaplanes. Both pose a threat to the battlecopter. Does pull back the fighter to the aircraft carrier. Trying to capture HQ while at it. Surrounds the unit. Rockets in range of the HQ, I believe. It should be at least do 1% or 10% damage in order to interrupt the capture. It will be at 5 health, which is probably what, that like 3 damage? It is 4 defense stars, so I'm not so sure how much on top of my head. Another battleship, pair of infantry. Yep, 3 damage. It's a seaplane. He's on a flare. Mira's not been able to get a single superpower off this game. It's probably a really big issue. So Judy's able to get so much power from her day to day, while Mira's unable to get any superpower benefits, thus effectively making her a no CO guy. Good to know. A boosted 6 health fighter can take out a full health battle copter. Takes out the anti-air. Stops on capture. Use the mech to strike the recon rather than capturing. Takes out that unit there. Resupply there. Does find the rocket. Takes out the rocket. Takes out the infantry unit there. We got a missile and duster in range. This seaplane's at 1 ammo. So if the duster will get a first strike on it, it will expend its remaining shots, so it's unable to retaliate against it. After, or at least the next turn, I should say. Oh, it looks like the seaplane survived the missile. I'm sort of surprised about that. And the duster does get trapped by the artillery on the ruins. Another aircraft carrier, need more materials. Loads up the units. Wait. That's sort of funny. He jacked the other ones into the other aircraft carrier, loads up the first one, since it was in range. I found that way too amusing. And I don't think there's any way this oh yeah, double rig T-copter. Yeah, definitely no way to interrupt. Wasn't paying attention to that. Bomber artillery. COs the T-copter. Takes out that unit there. A rig going to build a temporary airport. That rig's going to build a temporary airport. Takes out infantry unit there. Anti-tank, anti-tank. And this is going to be game. Takes some shots first. Pot shots. Takes out the rig. All of units has been... nope, there's still one hidden off, so there's no way of annihilation victory. I mentioned anti-tanks are, of course, anti-tanks. Catch the HQ and ends the game. This is Grey saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay.